Is Fortnite dying in 2019? Fortnite is one of the most popular battle royale games out there. This game and PUBG showed that a simple fad like battle royale games can continue to grow and evolve in some really interesting ways. It's always fun and exciting to bring in unique game ideas and mechanics, but when there's just a single map, you have to make it fresh and fun for people to try out new stuff and just enjoy the experience. With Fortnite, you don't have multiple maps, however. What you get here is just a single map that continues to grow and evolve as you go along. It's really cool because you can explore all kinds of unique moments, and the experience itself grows because of that. There are a plethora of locations on the Fortnite map, and these locations are changing with every season, which is great because you'll notice more and more changes coming with every season. But not all of these are actually going to be amazing. Popularity. Throughout the past 2 years, the popularity of Fortnite has just exploded. The game is at a point where it closes in to have 250+ million players on it. That being said, there are 250 million accounts that played the game once. It's not definitely going to have so many active players. According to the most recent statistics, it seems that the game is actually having quite a lot of people on it at the same time. Around 9 million players, or a bit less at times. That's actually a very high number, and it really goes to show the uniqueness of the experience and how the process is evolving in a very creative and powerful manner. The interesting thing is that the game is always getting updates, and they're constantly refining things, which can be both good
Oh my God!
and bad. You can encounter some unique ideas and options, but you can also end up with challenges as you are unable to complete some tasks and features the way you want. That doesn't mean it'll be bad, just a little bit more difficult than you would like. Yet in the end, what really matters here is the growth and how everything comes together in the long run. Things like these are always a bit of a challenge as you have to adjust the process and make it work if you can. What we saw with Fortnite is that the best way for them to retain people is to bring in updates. But the problem with that is, as you can imagine, there's no way you can please every player out there. You will obviously find players that dislike what you're doing to the game, and that will be a major issue. You really have to figure out what you're getting into and what you can expect, and the payoff can actually be a unique and incredible one. Challenges can and will arise all the time, and if you play, you might have some strong feelings about it. Some players are unhappy. Fortnite is getting quite a lot of interesting ideas from its competitors, like Apex Legends. As soon as Apex started to get popular, Fortnite borrowed some ideas like the respawn points. That's really interesting, and it shows that you can get some really nice things if you know what you're getting into, and also what people expect from you as a company. In this case, a lot of the community disliked the fact that Fortnite copied other games, and they just went ahead to play those original games instead of just continuing with Fortnite. That's why Fortnite is losing some players at times, because they always try to make some changes that are not always going to stick. Recently, the game has added mechs, a clear jab at Apex Legends and the titans that should arrive from the Titanfall developers. But while it sounds good in theory, mechs in Fortnite are not exactly a very good idea. They make people overpowered, and that's obviously going to be quite the issue most of the time.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What you really want to do here is to figure out how to manage and adapt things in a way that totally works for you. It can still offer some resounding success, and if you do it right, you'll not have to worry about any issues all the time. With Fortnite, you always receive something new and fresh, but there's also a ton of rehashed content. And people will not enjoy this type of stuff all the time. Variety is key when it comes to offering content to players, and if they don't like something, they will let you know every time. You can rest assured of that.
I'm fucking dead. This game is ass.
It does make sense to avoid any rush and to constantly focus on better and more comprehensive options. The experience does shine, and if you know what you're getting into, you'll be fine. The bad updates in the game are definitely going to be problematic most of the time, and it can end up being a very demanding and challenging situation. But, as Epic knows, no matter what changes they do to the game, there will always be some sort of backlash. Aside from the mech situation, they also removed building, and people were extremely mad about this. Minecraft is more in the spotlight right now, and it overshadows the building aspect of Fortnite, which made the game so unique and popular in the first place. That doesn't mean things are bad for the game. In one of the updates, they removed some of the best weapons with the idea of making something new and fresh. What Fortnite developers didn't realize is that humans are creatures of habit. If someone is playing the game, they might be using the same loadout over and over again. Obviously, if the weapon is removed, that leads up to a lot of rage and people not being happy about changes.
I'm done! I'm not playing anymore!
Which is still a valid point, but it can become a problem if you don't know what you're getting into. With a situation like this, you really have to adapt and find a way to make everything work in a way that matters and you will enjoy. Once you do that, you will be really happy with the results and the entire experience. Is Fortnite in any danger? As you can see, Fortnite is losing players because they're trying to make changes. They're actively trying to imbue the game with fresh ideas, and sometimes this will work. Other times, it'll not work, and you have to realize that. Once you do so and take your time to avoid any rush, you'll be fine with a game like this. But constant updates can also mean constant changes. If players shift from a game with not so many updates to this, they can still outrage because the changes made might not be something that they like. Which is why you really have to figure out what you're getting into here and what you can expect. If you do that wisely, nothing will stand in your way. You really want to figure out which are the best and most creative ways to tackle the situation and make it work in a very creative manner. Adaptability is key when you play like Fortnite. This is not a game that launches and has a few updates. It's a game that will evolve all the time, and that's actually a good thing. But you have to be prepared for changes that you may not like. During the 10 seasons, Fortnite is a game that did change a whole lot, and it will continue to have changes. Of course, it does take some time to get used to the idea of having changes like this. If you commit to the idea of playing such a game, you'll find the experience to be fun and rewarding. As long as you know what you're getting into, you will find results to be among some of the best. That's why you have to avoid any rush, and if you do it right, the experience alone will be among some of the best no matter the situation. Should you start playing Fortnite if people are leaving? This happens to any major online game. Just because some players are leaving, that doesn't mean Fortnite is dying. In fact, it still has one of the highest player counts out there. So, it's actually growing. It's not dying in any way. Yes, there are some rough patches that appear along the way, but if you know how to manage the situation, the payoff can actually be really exciting and interesting all the time. You just have to commit to the idea that a game does make changes, and it will continue to grow and evolve. That will happen no matter what, so what you have to do is to live with it. If Fortnite changes are not okay, there are many other titles to check out.